the UM-84 Universal Military Holster, made by Bianchi. These holsters were adopted into the U.S. military in 1984 as their standard sidearm holster and named the M-12. They were originally designed to fit specifically the Beretta 92, but these will fit the majority of large-framed semi-automatics on the market today. These holsters are made by a ballistic weave nylon, very sturdy, water-resistant, and washable. It has the quick lock belt fasteners, which I'm going to demonstrate in just a minute. Now, I'm going to give you a little side story before I continue, because what led me to the UM-84 originally, and I bought my first one in 1984. We were doing some tactical field competition a few years ago, back in 1984, and I had a holster that was somewhat substandard. I think it had Velcro straps across it. And as I was running down this trail and I came to a stop, I noticed my sidearm was missing. And when I went back and started retracing my steps, I found it in a puddle of water. It was a Series 70 Colt 1911. I was not very happy. And immediately I ordered this specific Bianchi UM-84 holster, and I've had it for that many years. So, you know, it's been a great, incredible holster for over almost 25 years. But what really led me to do this review is I picked up this UM-84 at a local gun show this past weekend, and I decided to do a review and to give some recommendations about this holster. You know, one thing, there's a lot of different kind of tactical holsters out on the market today, and there are a lot of good ones. But, you know, if you're looking for something that for in the field, something for day in and day out use to protect your sidearm, I cannot recommend the UM-84 or the M-12 military holster highly enough. Now we're going to look at a few of the features. This is a removable flap, which it makes it very easy to remove. It just pulls right off of the quick lock system right here. And Bianchi also has other accessories, such as a flap that you can add to this. There's also hip extenders and shoulder harness and even matching mag pouches. I've had the hip extenders, and I don't care about carrying my pistol that way, so I sold it on eBay. But you know, it is, a lot of people really like that, and you know, it is good for certain situations. But as you can see, this easily, you can attach this to a belt. In fact, I'm going to pull out this standard military pistol belt, and you can even attach this very quickly without having to remove your belt, even if you can get it right. So as you can see, it fits very nicely. Of course, this pistol belt makes a nice rigid platform. You can also use a regular duty belt that it'll fit as well, and you go right onto your pants, and then when you want to take it off, you can just remove it this way. Very versatile holster. One of the kind of neat features, it has this clearance rod or a cleaning rod that's just sitting right here in the holster. Nice little accessory. These can be easily removed. They're ambidextrous. Let's pull off the flap here. You can push this through, and this comes right out easily. Then you can take this side, place it in, then you have a left-handed holster. You can even put this through for different configurations. In fact, Bianchi says there are 14 different positions that this holster can be put in. I'll show you how easy it is just to reassemble. It's very simple. The flap has a spring. This is a spring setting, so it pulls down and snaps right into place. There is a UM-92, which the trigger guard is a little different to protect, or this trigger guard little buffer here to protect your trigger guard and to give you a little bit better retention for some models. It comes in olive drab, it comes in a black, I believe it also comes in a woodland. I haven't found one that's tan yet, but I'm sure they make these in a desert tan as well. Here you can see the a ring down here at the bottom, and I'm sure that has a lot to do with the hip extender. Now this particular holster here, and I have an old Ballister Molina sitting in it just because I had one handy, but as you can see, this is an actual surplus holster. I picked up this holster for $10 at a guy that had a lot of surplus gear. In fact, he had another one on the table, and I could kick myself for not buying it because these holsters retail for $65. I did see one on opticsplanet.com for $59, brand new. So, but you know, they're not cheap, but they're well worth what you pay for. This one was made by Hill Country Leather, which is a contractor for the U.S. military. To be honest with you, it's a nice holster, but it's not near as rigid or well made as the Bianchi. But the pistol fits in there fine. This is a little more rigid padding. So overall field use, I think this one would hold up a little bit better. But nonetheless, this is still, for the money, a great holster. You know, a lot better than carrying around some of these inexpensive little cheapies that you can pick up sometimes. And I don't want to, I've used this holster. It's not a bad little holster. But for field use, day in and day out, this little old Velcro here, I'm telling you what, you know, this would be great in a pinch, or if you just want to slide your gun in it to protect it. But if you're really going to use your guns, if you want to protect your sidearm, you want to get something that will last. And like I say, I've had this almost 25 years, and look at it. I mean, it's in excellent condition, and it washes up very nicely. The UM-84 Universal Military Bianchi holster, or the M-12, I highly recommend these holsters for extended field use to protect and care for your sidearm. You will not be disappointed. Please subscribe for more fun gun reviews and sensible survival. God bless America, and long live the Republic.